Hello everyone, welcome back to AnimEAZY. Today we have another video on Pivot Animator and I'm going to be teaching you the basics today. Some parts of the control panel, how to edit figures and all that. So let us begin. But before we start, to people who are new to my channel, welcome. We make videos on how to animate with simple softwares like Pivot Animator and others. And I'll also teach you how to code with simple softwares as well, such as Scratch and Microsoft Odoo and other things, so you can make fun games and small animations using those. And often I'm going to post gaming videos and blogs. So let us begin. So I'm going to the Start menu and clicking on Pivot Animator. So normally this is not the default screen. Your default screen will come as, I'm going to set it as how it would come. It's normally 506 here and it's 300 here. And I'm going to move my figure to the center. So we start with this. These 4 green arrows pointing inwards is the center figure option. So if I click on that, then the figure moves to the center of the screen. Now this will be your default screen, I hope. And if you go to edit and options, I think you already saw me doing it, but still, again, I'm going to change the width to 700 and height to 700 to change the dimensions to a convenient point. Okay. So look at that. Now I'm going to center my figure again. Now let us talk about a few more features. First of all, we have the figure color feature. So let's click on that. So we can change the figure color to blue, green, red, yellow, orange, white, black, whatever color you want. So for now I'm going to keep a brown figure like this. It's sort of magenta, doesn't matter. Now we're going to speak a little bit about the interface of Pivot Animator. Look at this yellow circle. This yellow circle is called the main drag handle or just the drag handle. It is used to drag your figure across the screen. These red circles are known as movement nodes. So using movement nodes, you can move your figures, arms and legs and other body parts. It depends on you. Now let us move on to the most important part of making an animation, the add frame option. So the add frame option will add a frame into your animation. If I click on this, you can see that this little picture arrives. And I'm going to move the hand a little bit just to make it a normal hello hi animation. So it's just going to wave its hand. I'm going to add frame. So look at that. This is the add frame. It is one of the most important parts of an animation. So I'm going to set it back to the default position once again. And also, as I'm doing right now, you can press space to add a frame. There you go, back to the default position here. So let's play it once, and loop is just like a GIF, it's going to keep playing and playing until you stop. So we're going to switch loop off and we're going to play. Look at that, a simple high animation. Now let us speak a little bit more about these options. This is the flip or mirror figure option. I'm going to show you that a little later in the video. This is the edit figure type option. If I click on this, then you will see that this little window appears. So I'm going to make it full screen so that you guys can see it. Alright, so this is the screen that you use to make your own figures or edit the current figure. Now there are many tools here as well. First of all, we have Ctrl T, which makes your background transparent, so you can see your pivot animator in the background, but I would prefer to not keep it that way because it's sort of distracting. So let's press Ctrl T again. So now it's a normal white opaque background. Now let us move on to the features. First of all, we have the add circle feature. Now suppose I want to give this stick figure a little, let's say, a bun on the head. Maybe it's a female figure. So there you go. Now our figure has a bun. And we can change the circle fill, so this isn't really noticeable if the circle is really small and it doesn't have any space. So I'm going to just demonstrate it. I'm going to delete this circle again, but I'm just demonstrating. So this circle is now an empty circle, and whoa, even I didn't know that it makes your figure invisible sort of. Okay, that's new, but it's an empty circle right now, as you can see. But you can change the circle fill to make it the same color as its outline. So let's remove the circle right now. I'm just going to press this, which is the delete segment option. This brings us to another new feature. I'm going to delete this segment, and next I'm going to show you guys the line option. So this line option is one of the most useful options in Pivot Animator. If I click on line option, then I can give my figure, let's say my figure has 2 or 3 little fingers. So I'm going to press L to make it quicker, as it's given in Pivot Animator that we can press L to add line. Yeah, so this looks more like a paw than a hand, but that really doesn't matter because it's just a stick figure. Your imagination and animation is your limit. Alright, let's call him Catman. Now if we want to divide a segment, wait, what is dividing a segment? Aha! Nice of you to ask that. Well, when we divide a segment, we convert it into 2 more segments. So let's suppose that we want our Catman, which we are calling him right now, to have a really flexible body. So if we divide, okay, that brings us to a new feature, I suppose. My mistake brought us to a new feature, and it's the copy feature. I clicked on this, the 2 lines, and maybe I can add a unicorn horn to his head. Yeah, he now has a unicorn horn. Yes, this is turning into a hybrid stickman. I don't know what I'm doing. So now this is the split segment option. As I was saying, we are going to give him a really flexible snake-like body. As you can see here, this segment got divided into 2 pieces. So let's give him another segment there and yet another segment. There you go. So now he has a very flexible snake-like body. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god, that is so uncomfortable to look at. Now next is the toggle segment kind option. Now just imagine that I want to turn this leg, this lower leg part, into a circle. So if I click on toggle segment, then it turns into a circle. But that is unsettling. Let's change it back to a line. Alright. So next one is increase or reduce thickness. So this option, or these 2 options, the downwards pointing arrow and the upwards pointing arrow, they're going to help you to increase or decrease the thickness. So I'm going to increase the thickness of the upper leg to make our figure look sort of strong. After all, he is the legendary Catman. And that's it. That's all you can do. Also, I can reduce the thickness. Let's not make him so muscular. Okay. Now, another thing is that maybe I don't want the main drag handle over here near his hip. What if I want it to be at his neck? So I've selected the segment and I have to click on set as main handle. There you go. now we can drag it like this, and if we try to drag it by the hip, no, this happens. It does some snake dance. Okay, so the next one is the static segment. Now let's suppose that I don't want this horn to be movable. I only want it to have one end, which is right here. So if I click on static segment, then it turns into a static segment. You might have guessed that. But it turns gray instead of the usual black. No, it's still going to show as a black one in the animation, but it's going to show as gray. Now if you read this here, the black segment, let's select this one for example, it's dynamic segment, and the gray one here, it's static. So the static segment only has a beginning point and it doesn't have a moving handle. Alright, so now let's add our hybrid Catman to the animation. I'm going to go to file, and if you want to use this in the future you can save it, but I'm not going to save it right now. It gets saved as .stk, which is the default figure file extension, but I'm just going to add it to animation. Let's name him hybrid Catman. Yes, yeah, look at that, we have our hybrid Catman here. Alright, now since we already have a figure of a different color, let me demonstrate the copy, paste, lower, raise and join figures options. So first of all, I'm going to show you the copy paste options, which you might have guessed what they do. Okay, I'm going to select this figure and I'm going to copy it. So these two piece of paper looking things copies your figure, so it doesn't get pasted anywhere until and unless you paste it yourself. Look at that. Now we have two of these violet, almost violet figures on our screen, and we have our hybrid Catman monster here. Now let me show you the lower and raise features. The lower feature will basically move your selected figure backwards. It's like Microsoft Word. You probably know about the move backwards feature. It's even available in PowerPoint. So it, just as it moves your image or shape to the back of the text or any other thing, this does the same thing. Look, move to the back. And if I want to move it back to the front, then we're going to click on raise. Now what is this little thing? This white dot with two lines? Is that the propeller of a helicopter? No, it is not. The answer is no. This is the join figure option. So if I want to join the main handle of this figure to the main handle of this figure, we can do that. So I need to click on, I'm actually going to select this figure first so that we can join this one. I'm going to click on join. So the points that are going to become white are the ones where you can join your figure. So let's say that we want to join this figure to this figure's head. Alright, so now we can pose it so that it looks like this figure is carrying this figure on its head. Let us change the color so that we can understand it better. Alright, so yes, we're going to move this figure to the front. Let's move him to the front. Raise. Alright, so this figure is having a hard time. Sorry buddy. Alright, so yes, that is how you raise a figure or lower a figure. And I'm going to unjoin this figure. No, wait. So I'm going to select this one and see, now it's coming as a line with a red segment at the end and a yellow segment at the end. So if I click on that, then it gets unjoined. Wait, so yes, it's unjoined now. Look at that. Now it's turned back to the normal yellow. That's it. And if I want to save my animation, let's save it as I've already practiced there. So I'm going to replace this one. Yes, we're going to save it as this. Okay, AnimEAZY tutorial1.piv. Let's save it. Yes, for sure. So it is getting saved as .piv, but you can also turn it into a GIF or an AVI video, but you have to wait a little bit for that. But that's all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you found it useful, please write in the comments that I found it useful. Also, if you think it's worth it, then please subscribe to our channel, and if you like our videos, then press the like button. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.